So I'm going to officially mark Kakuna as a meh. Hello and welcome back to another installment of Pokefodder, where today we are going to talk about version 3.0.12 that was released this morning. Lots to go over, there always is. When these new banners drop, there's a lot to go over. New EXs, new rares, new uncommons, buffs. I don't even know what's good, what's not good. And it takes time to sort through all that, but we're going to go over what happened. And then I opened up some boosters. And I'm not sure what order I'm going to do this in, but I also have a video. I guess I should do the boosters before the game that I already recorded. That way it doesn't spoil what I pulled in the boosters. That kind of makes sense, right? Let's get into it. First things first, as always, we have a new banner and quadruple packs, the box contents, Ho-Oh, Inti, Magmortar, Typhlosion, Snorlax, Genesect, Reshiram, and Blaziken. Blaziken and Inti being the new EX Pokemon out of the litter. And then there's a handful of other rares and uncommons as well. And we'll kind of get into those as necessary, I guess, basically. Also, we have, I guess you call a deck tuple pack. I'll just call them a 10 pack. And for 500 gems, you're getting 10 Pokemon with a guaranteed EX. So these are sextuple packs plus 4. And the available, there's a lot to choose from. I think there's 25 different EXs available. And, you know, I was looking over this. I don't know what the better option is. At least they included the new EX Pokemon and then the new rares and uncommons as well. With these, where typically the sextuple packs, the new banner is not available. So I feel like this is probably a pretty decent deal. The difference is when you get an EX, your odds of getting one of the new ones is greatly diminished. That could be good or bad. I mean, if you're looking for some chain levels on older Pokemon, this is a good way to go. If you really just care about the new EXs, maybe stick to the quad packs. I don't know. It's kind of, I can't tell you what to do with your money. This seems like a decent deal. And for 500 gems, you're getting 10 Pokemon instead of for 2, you're getting 4. Although I think the math works out the same on that. If you do 5 4-packs, 5 times 2 is 1,000, and that would be 20. Yeah, so I guess the math works out the same. So maybe it's not even that much. Maybe it's not even a better deal. Again, I'm not a math major, but I think the math works out on that. So let's go in and look to see what we're dealing with here. Blaziken is the first EX. My first thought is there's a lot going on with this wheel. It's got a purple, it's got a gold, it's got 2 reds, it's got a white. It reminds me a lot of Dragonite's wheel in the fact that there's a lot going on. If we look closer, no abilities, it's a fire flying type, or fire fighting type, so it will be covered by the muscle energy plate, which gives it +1 sea level every time it cycles through the Poke Center. Looking more closely at the wheel, it's got 2 miss sections of 8, which will make it a 12 miss at level 5, and 12 miss is a lot for an EX Pokemon that's a 2 MP. 12 miss is significant. A 24 slice of Cyclone Kick moves the battle opponent to the PC. You know how I feel about purples that A, displace, or B, send you to the Poke Center, kind of like Sheer Cold on Suicune, how it's an automatic knockout. This is an automatic knockout, and it's a 3-star. that you could, for another video I'll look into it, but in theory you could get it up to 5-star. I don't know how realistic it is to evolve Torchic and this fella. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but we'll get to him here in just a minute. However, if you did, you would be dropping 150 and 40 with 5-star purple. Automatic back to the PC, you have this Jet Kick. If the battle opponent is knocked out, this Pokemon moves a spot 2 steps away after the battle and then gains weight. Very similar to, oh, who is it that, it's similar to Drive Kick on Infernape, except for this time you're gonna go 2 instead of 1. So a hybrid between Drive Kick and Teleport, we'll call it. And it is gold, so that's nice. And then you have Flare Blitz. Like, there is a lot going on with this Pokemon. If the Pokemon is knocked out, the battle opponent becomes burned. You also know how I feel about Pokemon who, when they get knocked out, leave a status. There's a lot to like here. My concern with this Pokemon is there's a lot going on. 2 of them, well, one of them knocks the opponent out, 25% of the wheel. Then you have a gold, which is 25% of the wheel, and gold is nice. Fire types as a type, we're missing a gold attack. So that's nice. They've added that into it. And then Fire Blitz 130 is ginormous. If you get knocked out, you're going to burn your opponent. Just a lot going on here, and I feel like there's a lot to like about this, but ultimately you kind of never know what you're going to get. And I could see situations where the Jet Kick would actually be a liability instead of a benefit. Now, if you're cruising down towards your opponent's goal, knock out the opponent, and then does it specify which way you have to go? It just says 2 steps away. So I think you can move any direction. So I could see a situation where you're driving down towards your opponent goal. Instead of being 1 step away and Drive Kick onto the goal, you could be 2 steps away and Jet Kick onto the goal. Very beneficial there. Where it might not be so good is if you're defending your goal and you attack and land this and get a knockout, it may actually move you away from the goal. You kind of, or if you're attacking your opponent's goal, then instead of anyways, kind of see where I'm going with that. Moving away and then gaining weight might be a disadvantage at times. Those are my thoughts on Blaziken. I'd have to play games with it. I'd have to put it into battle to see what else I thought. But those are my initial thoughts. Then we move on to NT, who has the ability of Fire Rush. It is a pure fire type. Can MP move past burn Pokemon? This Pokemon on the bench gains 1 MP, and I will give you a spoiler. In the video of the game that I play, which will be at the end of this, my opponent has like 3 NTs. So looking at it, we have a 60 Stomp, which is a quarter of the wheel. We have a 36 Slice of Sacred Fire. The battle opponent becomes burned. And I guess that's if you get knocked out. It doesn't even say if you get knocked out. So if you tie, I think you're getting burned as well. A 3-star purple, which is a quarter of the wheel. Fierce Roar switches the battle opponent with an opposing Pokemon adjacent to the battle Pokemon. Those Pokemon gain weight. Okay, so that's kind of, it's kind of like a Gardevoir, maybe. Warp something. Where you can switch them. Sounds similar. And then a 12 Miss, which becomes an 8 Miss at level 5. And I personally have gotten to the point where 8 Miss is about my tolerance of risk. My Gyarados is 12 Miss, and he misses a lot. But I've started building decks and utilizing Pokemon who have 4 Miss or less. I can handle getting knocked out by a higher attack. I can handle getting knocked out with a gold versus a purple. I hate getting knocked out because I miss, which is one reason why I started running X accuracy in a lot of the decks that I build, especially if I have a Gyarados in there, because there are times that I just can't miss, like especially with a Pokemon like Gyarados, or even with Blaziken. Blaziken would be a great one to use X accuracy with because there's a lot of miss, and most of your attacks are going to be positive with Blaziken. If you're going to run Blaziken, if I were running Blaziken, I would definitely carry an X accuracy for that reason, because there are just times when any of these attacks are good. Like I really don't even care which one it is. I don't want to miss. And I never want to miss. But, you know, if you're trying to attack the goalie, you found a window, an opportunity, you get one shot to attack, you know, like anything but a miss is good. Anything but a miss and I win. That's where I've started using X accuracy. Then we go back into Pokemon that are already out that got buffs. We have Ho-Oh. It has the larger 100 slice of the wheel. Typhlosion did something. I don't even remember what. There are 3 Pokemon I don't have. Typhlosion is one of them. I know he gains, I think he got a damage buff. And then he's a 1 MP, but when you have Pokemon in the PC, he gains MP moves for each one in the Poke thing. So not a good Pokemon to run with Ho-Oh. They do not have good synergy. Genesect is back. The big thing on Genesect was beforehand, if you landed on the Techno Charge, the purple, it would last for 1 spin. And I kind of went over this yesterday. It would last for 1 spin, similar to Cotton Guard on Whimsicott. Now, the Techno Charge plus 50 buff lasts until you land on the white. Snorlax got a buff, much needed buff. The 40 turned into 70, and I believe it's larger now than the 40 was. And the 100 turned to a 110. And I can tell you, I've run a couple games with Snorlax because look, it's Snorlax. And he completely walls Heatran, and he completely walls Virizion, unless he rolls a 70, and then it's bad news. Reshiram is back in there. I did get another Reshiram, so now I have a chain level 8 Reshiram, and I still don't use him. Zekrom, Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion, they're all fighting types, which I guess goes similar to, who was it, Blaziken is a fighting type. The Muscle Energy Plate, as I mentioned, would be useful there. Novern, Sceptile, Trevenant. Those are the EXs that are available in the quad packs. Now that I'm looking at this, personally, I think I'd rather just... I think the quad pack is probably a better deal for what I'm running, because I would run Trevenant. I have Sceptile. You know, I have all these except for Typhlosion, but I use a lot of them, and so getting dupes for chain levels would be nice for me. So that's kind of going to cover... Oh, and one more thing. There's a gym sale. And since you know that I already purchased gems, I will go over this real quick. Basically what it is, you can buy the bonus. The sale is for 1 item only. So as you can see, I bought the 2,000 gem package, and it got me 1,000 extra. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it's a one-time use only. So I can't do it and get the bonuses again. And there you go. Pretty cool stuff. I'm glad that they had a sale again. I'm torn because, and here's what I'm torn about. To me, they did an unexpected update. You know, maybe everybody knew or figured they would just continue doing the same, but I kind of thought that they were going to skip a round and just wait until the major update, but they didn't. And then they offered a gym sale. And my thought is, one of the rumors about what's happening with this major update says that the update will happen on August 1st. And I was like, well, that seems a really long way away. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to believe that that leak is more credible, simply because they just released new Pokemon. So it's going to be a couple weeks that they're going to stick around with this banner. And that takes us, 2 weeks from now is the 26th. Basically the end of the month. And on top of that, they're doing a gem sale. A lot of people are going to max out because they've been waiting for a sale. So they're going to max out and buy the most gems that they can. Well, I'm telling you now, people are going to be mad if they buy a bunch of gems to load up on this banner, do the 10 packs, whatever have you. And on the 19th or 20th or 21st, we get a new banner and people don't have gems to buy the new packs. That's a terrible business decision. Companies that are in the thing to make money are going to do this because nobody probably would have purchased anything waiting for the major update, but they do the sale, they do the new banner, people are going to buy those, which means that the major update probably won't be available until August 1st when your points reset so people can buy more gems. That is how I feel about this. You can feel free to disagree with me, but from a business standpoint, they're going to make significantly more money if they split it up over 2 months than if you buy all your gems now and then either can't buy them when the major update happens, and if there's new Pokemon, people would be mad. So there you go. All that being said, I don't have an opinion about this banner yet. I think it's way too early to tell. I know people are excited. Fire seems like it has some usable Pokemon that you can build a solid deck around where maybe you didn't before. And that's kind of all that I know at this point. All that being said, we will fly through my booster openings, and then I have a game on the back side of it. I don't remember how I did my exit during the game. So if I didn't do the proper exit, and I think I did, but if I didn't, this will be the ending of this. So until next time. But if I did the exit properly at the end of the video of the game, then you'll hear that twice. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited about the new banners? Did you buy any of the 10 packs? Are you gonna buy any of the 10 packs? Was this just a money grab? Let me know in the comments below. Carry the conversation. In fact, skip that. Don't even put comments below. Skip that. Go over to my Discord and keep the conversation going over there. Also, real quick, a little housekeeping here. Getting long-winded. Thank you to everybody who has gone on to Patreon and lent your support. The concern people had was that I post almost every day, and they were concerned about being charged for every video that I put up. And that's a fair concern. So I've gone and changed that. Instead of for everything that I post up, it will just be a one-time per month donation. So if that was your concern, that's been alleviated. We have conversations going on at Discord. Head over there. Let's talk about it. I'm on there quite a bit. And let's get some booster openings. So here's the deal with this. I have no idea. This is going to be ugly. So Enraged, I think, is number 2 overall in the monthlies right now. And like he has chain, I don't even know what the name of this. We just went over all this, but I don't even know them yet. NT. So he has 4 NTs because he has a chain level already. And then Blaziken is okay. So here we go. This is only going to go even remotely well if I sleep Pokemon. And if we don't, then this is going to be over in a hurry. But I do want to test out, I can't say his name without laughing, but Munchlax. I don't even know what to do with these. I don't know. Anyway, so this will just be for fun. Like, I'm gonna get absolutely trounced. Okay, we'll call that a win. Slide Leafeon over. If we can roll Sweet Scent, then I can pull Darkrai off the bench. And you know, the Sweet Scent is fairly large over here as well. I can pull Darkrai off the bench and get the automatic knockout. Perfect. Wait, 1 Pokemon. Okay, so that's like, whoa, wait. Oh, wait, I thought Sweet Scent put him to sleep. What does this one do? Ah, well, that sucked. That's not at all what I was thinking. I was thinking Sweet Scent for some reason put him to sleep. So maybe this deck needs to be rethought of and completely scrapped. We'll try something different. So I really have no idea how I'm going to knock out any of his Pokemon. Well, the difference between, was it Draining Wind and the Sweet Scent is that I don't get a -1 MP marker. So that's good. Dark Pulse was never stood a chance. We'll put Munchlax over here. What is he? Oh yeah, he eats up plates. Okay, well that's going to work out really well for us. Worked out nicely. Okay with that. Combee. He's a cool looking little 3-headed monster here. He's got max revive. He's so scared. That's right. I called you scared, Enraged. You were so scared of my deck that you felt it necessary to max revive your Pokemon and bring him back out. So I, who am not scared of you, or your completely EX team versus my 1.5 EX team, I'm not scared of you. Oh, look at this. Nope. I'm not going to evolve, and that is good game for the honeycombs. Enraged, you may be number 2, but you got nothing over my little squad of little giants. So I hope you guys liked today's video. I don't have the big Pokemon Enraged just tried to show them off for you and they did nothing, so maybe that wasn't the best showing that they could have possibly done. And as time goes on, we will get to know more about these Pokemon. I'm afraid the Fire Gym Cup for me is going to be another long struggle fest like it was last time Fire was in a gym. But that remains to be seen, and until next time.